See, I was unsure if I wanted to make this video because, frankly, I just didn't know if I wanted to. Because I didn't know if I was in a position where, um, I didn't know if I was in a position where I could state my opinion. But the fact of the matter is, as a streamer, I am more than in a capable position to state my opinion, and that is why the title of this video is The Struggles of a Streamer. And it is entirely possible that this is more than just a one-part video, and it becomes, a two, three, 4-part video. But, the main thing is, you remember, this is just my opinion. That's all it is. It's just my opinion on something that I've been doing for 2 years, and that I basically have, in no uncertain terms, invested more time and energy into than pretty much anything I've done. That doesn't mean that I'm a master at it. That doesn't mean I'm perfect with it. That doesn't mean that I know everything about it. Because even to this day, even to this point, I say I'm still learning. Because I am. Because you never stop learning. And this is not one of those fix-some videos where you could sit there and say, "Oh, I'm telling you how to become, how to make it on Twitch, and, get millions and millions of views and yada yada yada," because I still don't know. And I'm here, the one thing I'm here to tell you is, it's not a one-size-fits-all. It's not. That's the problem. One person can't tell you, "Oh, this is how you do it, this is what you do, this is how it happens, yada 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 yada," because what they're telling you is what worked for them, not what works for everyone. There is no possible way, genuinely, there is no possible way, genuinely, for somebody to tell you 100 times over that their way is going to work for you. The best way to do it is to look at your audience, engage your audience, and then build a plan from there. Because the one thing that, because I get tied up on a lot of things. I get tied up, anybody that's been in one of my streams knows about the book, knows about the documentary, knows about the other stuff that I have going on, and just knows, for argument's sake, also knows mental health plays a part for me, that sometimes my mental health is getting the better of me and I just don't want to do anything. I just don't want to actively try and, invest the time into growing, and I'm just fine with, the straight and narrow, or maybe not the straight and narrow, the what's the word? The modesty, a modicum of success, or the positive, the consistency. What's already set in motion. You know what I mean? I don't know why it's so difficult for me to find the right words, but you get what I'm saying. The point is, I know that I have the capability of doing it because I have to believe I have the capability of figuring out my own audience, because I went to school for 4 years for marketing, and if I can't use the tools that I learned, then what the hell did I actually learn, and what the hell did I actually go to school for? Because me pointing out, I'll be honest with you, me pointing out the fact to somebody I work with that I have a 4-year degree, and I'm working the overnight shift at a retail store, made them say that means a lot less that I have a 4-year degree. That's not good. But the fact of the matter is, I've put that 4-year degree to more use, doing what I like to do, than finding an actual position in that profession, because the profession, when I apply to it, nobody comes a calling. Nobody comes a calling. So if I sit there and say, oh, well, nobody comes a calling, so I'm just going to sit there and take a job just so I can say I'm working in the field I went to school for. No, 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 no. That's not how it works. Because the fact of the matter is, in the field I go, the field I go to school, went to school for, is not broken down to just working in an office tirelessly for somebody else. No, 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 no. It ain't like that no more. Because I am marketing myself to you guys. I am a content creator, and I am marketing myself to you guys, and that is what it is. That is what content creation is. It is when you market yourself to other people to try and stick out from the crowd and get attention. That is why, yes, you can look to them, those videos, like this one, is advice to you guys. It should not be the be-all end-all. Catch the train of advice. Don't catch the train to say, this guy made it and he knows what he's talking about, so I need to follow him. No, 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 no. Looking at it like that is defeating the purpose. The purpose isn't to look at me and say, oh, this guy has this amount of followers and is doing this and blah, 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 blah. He must be doing something right. Yeah, I must be doing something right, but you look at me as an example of how to get to the place, because I put in the work. The one thing is, you don't bypass the work. There's no way to bypass the work. There's no way to bypass the legwork and finding your own niche, your own area of expertise, your own place to find, your own struggle. There's a struggle to be a streamer. There's a struggle to be a streamer, 100%, because it's not that this market is polluted. Saying it's polluted, as I wipe out again to start off, saying it's polluted is, well, saying it's polluted is like saying I should be ashamed of the fact that I am wiping out more than I'm landing tricks. But that taxi cab knocks some sense into me, and now I'm not gonna wipe out again, fingers crossed, until the end of the run. Because the fact of the matter is, everybody has their own way of doing things. Everybody has their own comfort level. Everybody has their own, dichotomy, and everybody has their own community. Everybody should be looking at their own way to market themselves, because not everybody's going to be perfect. Not everybody's going to be the next esports superstar with Apex or Warzone or Modern Warfare 2. Not everybody's going to be the next Funny Moments director of fun when it comes to GTA. You find your own place and you run with it, because that's what gets you noticed. That is what gets you known. But people are too afraid to go a different way, because that's not what the popular way of doing things is. But the fact of the matter is, I have to believe that school was for something. I have to believe those 4 years were for something, because otherwise, those 4 years were for nothing. And I should have waited and went to school for something else when I had more interest in something other than something that was going to get me closer to becoming something that I don't want to be anymore. I went to school off advice of somebody that was in the profession that I wanted to be in. But now, I'm in that profession, but in a different way, because I found writing. So I have to believe that what I went to school for was for something. Otherwise, I wasted those 4 years. Otherwise, I spent all that money for absolutely nothing. You know, and you could sit here and say, oh, go in an office, go into an advertising agency, go to this, go to that, do this, do that. Yeah, that's all fine and dandy, but is that what I want? Is that what I want? Or is content creation slowly but surely morphing into a form of marketing because you're slowly but surely marketing yourself? You know, the breakdown is, if you look at it from a one-sided point of view, you won't get anywhere. You won't get anywhere. If you come into it with the expectation that you're going to just instantaneously get viewers, that you just got to do this, you got to do that, you got to get viewers, blah, 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 you're not going to get viewers. You're not. But if you go into it with the expectation that you're just going to have fun playing video games, and you're just going to enjoy something that you will enjoy whether people are there or not, that's how you do it. That's how it goes. Because people, it's like they say in Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. If you put in the work, they will come. Because the main reason why I've gotten attention, the main reason why people have come to me is not because I'm a master at any video game. Even if I break 100,000 points in every freaking game, every freaking session I do at Tony Hawk, even if I go and break 1,000,000 points, go ahead and break 1,000,000 points, that doesn't mean a damn thing. That doesn't mean a damn thing. If people want to come and watch, people will come and watch. But if people want to stay, that's when you know you got them. Retention is what matters. Retention is where you get that community. Retention is where you get those people that will stay and spend their time with you, because that's what matters. I was told I am wholesome. I was told that it's clear that I show a genuine interest in the people that are watching me, and that's why people stay. It is not because I'm good. It is because I care. It is because I am dumbfoundedly surprised anytime people are in my area and in my streams and watching my videos, because it shows that I care. But that is the struggle of being a streamer, because it's hard to separate. It is hard to separate. It is hard to dichotomize, prioritize, and compartmentalize, because you don't always have those people that are genuinely nice people that you want to give the best possible content to, because you want them to see that your stream is worth being in and different than everybody else's. It is hard to compartmentalize. It is also hard to say that word, because some people just have different expectations. Some people ain't genuinely nice people who are just here for good content and want to make sure that you're having a good time and actually genuinely care if you're doing okay. Because some people just want you to play the game that they want to watch. And if you're not playing that game, they're not going to show interest in you. Those aren't the people you're there for. You're there for the people that are genuinely excited to see you every time you stream. You're there for the people that want to celebrate your milestones. You're there for the people who want to celebrate with you. Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. And a lot of people have started, and everybody thinks they can. But it is those people who stick with it and grind. Because the fact of the matter is, being a streamer is not easy. It is a grind. Because if everybody could do it, everybody would. But everybody doesn't. There are people who stick with it. There are people who go for it. There are people who fall and then come back. Because it takes it zaps the energy out of you. It zaps the energy out of you. It makes you wonder if you can do it. It makes you question if it's worth it. It makes you wonder how much of a gamer you were beforehand, and if you're capable of shifting those gears and putting in the effort and putting in the energy and putting in the patience and compartmentalizing those people who may put that bullshit in front of you. There is a struggle of being a streamer. And it's not that everybody can't handle it. People can and people do. But it's just a question. Are you one of those people? Are you one of those people that can? Are you one of those people that can handle the struggle of being awake at 5 o'clock in the morning and wondering why nobody is watching? How to get people, why am I streaming if nobody's there? How to get people how to catch people's interest, how to catch people's attention, how to separate yourself from the pack and be different than the person sitting next to you. That, my dear friends, is where the marketing comes in. That, my dear friends, is where the interest comes in. And that, my friends, is why I have to believe that school was not completely worthless because of the chosen path that I took. Because I have the mindset and mentality to separate myself, because I will not take no for an answer, because the path that I chose, the road that I took, is the road of content creation and the road of being on of accepting that struggle and being that person that will not quit. Because I thought about quitting, and I have taken a break. I have come back, and I have recaptured that energy, recaptured that emotion, recaptured that desire to struggle, to be that starving artist, and be that person that can sit here and tell you it is, in fact, worth it. The struggle is, in fact, worth it. Because the fact of the matter is, when you hit that goal, when you hit that milestone, when you get to where you want to be, all those hours of sitting there and wondering, all those hours of worrying that you may never get it, they're worth it. Because when you get to where you want to be, and even if it's just 1 month of a Twitch paycheck, 1 month of a YouTube success, it is worth it. Because you sit there and say, all those hours were worth it for this moment. Because that is what content creation is all about, my friend. That is what the struggle is all about. It is worth it because of those moments. And I thank you for joining me on this tangent. I thank you for opening this door. And I thank you for welcoming me into your homes. But this is just the start of me venting. This is just the start of this tangent, and this is just the start of this, because the struggle is not this simple to be broken down into one part. The struggle is more than just one part. Stay tuned for part 2. To know when part 2 comes up, though, like and subscribe to show you support my struggle, and you support my road that I've chosen, and you support the fact that college isn't for nothing, because you never know where it may take you. You never know where life may go. The fact of the matter is, don't forget before you go to ding that notification bell to always know when a new video comes up on the channel, because this is Wrestling Express, and you will never know what comes next.